Black Ice Audio repaired my FX10H EL84 tube amp under warranty. And I want to give this update on my experience with the warranty process with Black Ice Audio. So first, let me explain what happened. One of the original EL84 tubes that the amp came with had a problem. Just this one tube, but it got so hot that the writing, the ink on the outside of the tube, it was a PS Vane EL84 tube, got so hot that the red writing on the tube actually turned white. And when just with the gloves, as I was removing it, came off. So I only noticed this after the left channel on the FX10H, this amp stopped working. The bad tube was originally this furthest one on the left. So I called Black Ice Audio to discuss a warranty repair. And right away, third ring, the phone is picked up, and it's the guy who answered was Jared. And he answered their main phone number, and Jared was absolutely great. And he has continued to help me throughout this whole process. First, Jared over the phone walked me through some troubleshooting. He asked me to switch the two EL84 tubes on the right and the two EL84 tubes on the left, switch them so he could determine whether it was the amplifier's channel that had an issue or the tubes. So when I did that, the left channel was still out. And when I mentioned to Jared that the far left EL84 tube was now white, he said he had a pretty good idea of what happened. He suggested that the bad power tube had gotten so hot that it had caused an issue with something in inside the amp itself. I think he said a filament or something probably. And it had caused the left channel to go out. So he asked me to take the glass cover off and to remove all of the tubes and to put back in the box that it had come in just the amplifier itself, nothing more. And he said he emailed me a return shipping label back to Maryland, and I packaged this back up in the original box. He said, be careful of the corners and make sure that those corner styrofoam pads are there. So here is where Black Ice Audio really impressed me. I shipped this out to UPS on a Monday, and it arrived at Black Ice Audio the following Monday, and they repaired it and shipped it back out to me on that same Thursday of that week. Basically, it was a 72-hour turnaround, and they had it back. I received it back from UPS the following Wednesday. So in my opinion, they were very fast and very responsive in repairing the issue, which really wasn't their fault, but was caused by a bad tube. However, then when I got the FX10H back, also I should say that Jared had told me the one bad tube to ship that back with that, and they would replace it. Well, when I got the amp back in the replacement EL84 tube, now I had static on the left channel. And I was like, oh no. So I call, boom, Jared answers the phone. And he walked me through some more troubleshooting, switching first the tubes, and we determined that the static noise moved to the right channel when we shifted the tubes. So we knew it wasn't the amp, it was in the tubes. And then he had me do a couple more shifts, and we were able to identify exactly which tube was the noisy tube. And it was the new one that they had sent to me. So Jared tells me he wants to send me 4 new matched tubes. And they don't have 4 PS Vane EL84 tubes in. So the ones that are currently on their website, gosh, I name of them. No, this doesn't have it. It's a different brand of EL84 tube. And he goes, I'm just going to send you a quad of 4 matched EL84 tubes. And then I'll send them to you with a return label in the box. And he sent me these. So here I have ready to go back the 4 original PS84 tubes to ship back to Jared and Black Ice Audio. And these are 4 new ones. Jared warned me, he goes, look, they're going to be brand new, so you need to give them a chance to break in and play them for a while, and the sound will change some. Now, I have to tell you, right out of the box when I first turned it on and it warmed up, sounds great. I've just had it. I've been playing it I'm in the second day of playing it, so the tubes really are not broken, in the way or burned in the way Jared told me I will need to do, but I'm just playing them in, and but it sounds fantastic already. So I was curious about the static and the noise. Static was completely gone. With these new tubes, there is zero noise floor from any of the speakers. Zero. It is completely silent. And it is sounding fantastic already, even though the tubes are still breaking in a little bit. So I still need to take these original EL84 tubes to UPS and send them back to Black Ice Audio and Jared. Oh, electro harmonic EL84 tubes are the 4 matching ones that he sent me and that I have now. So I wanted to do this update because, one, this was not an issue with the amplifier. It was an issue with one of the tubes. And so, one, I want to, share and be upfront that when you sort of cross the Rubicon to tubes are their own thing, and they have their own issues, or can have them. And to me, that is a worthwhile price to pay to get that beautiful sound and tonality and soundstage that tubes add to speakers. But it's a legitimate thing. It's not like a Class D amp or Class AB or even a solid state Class A amp like the SMSL VMV A1. These have their own thing, and you should be aware of that. But the real reason I wanted to do this was to let you know how Black Ice Audio did not know that who I am or that I do a review channel. I was just a customer. And how they treated me and how they handled this issue, which they did under warranty, and they did way more. Like I said, it was the tube's fault, but their approach is, well, that's a part. They took care of everything, and they did it so rapidly for me. It was a wonderful and very positive warranty experience. Would I prefer to not had to lose access to the amp for a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks? Yeah, that would have been better, but it did give me the opportunity to really experience just what dealing with Black Ice Audio is going to be like. So, I want to, since I'm doing this quick update, let me just add a little bit. This amp is still my favorite pairing on my KEF LS50 metas. The metas are highly resolving and lean towards neutral and have great imaging and instrument separation, but they're I like something more. I'm not a flat, I want something engaging. And I loved the metas, but I wanted something more, because I get that from my Sonus Faber Lumina 5s. And the KEF LS50 metas with the Black Ice Audio EL84 tube amp, the FX10H, now I have what I really want. Now, in my opinion, this amp is bringing out the best in the KEF LS50 metas, the best that they have to offer, and I'm super happy. Also, secondary update, I've now had a chance to play this EL84 amp also on the Zoo Dirty Weekend 6 floor standards, high efficiency. What a pairing. What synergy. The tubes add a little bit of depth to the sound stage, more so than I get on the SMSL VMV A1, but the same really beautiful Class A tonality and richness and fullness that the SMSL VMV A1 gives, just the tubes add some depth to the soundstage that I can notice and I appreciate. And again, the fact that this has a subwoofer output here in my living or in my dining room area, where I've got the KEF KC62 sub, to be able to play a tube amp with all of that beauty and richness, and then get the bass reinforcement from a powered sub like an SVS or a Martin Logan, or in my case here, a KC62 sub, it's fantastic. One last thing, the headphone jack. If you have headphones, if you have a headphone collection, for instance, my favorite pairing, my Dan Clark Audio Aeon 2 Noirs, a planar magnetic headphone. They're my hardest to drive headphone. Played on the FX10H, plenty of power, drives them beautifully, but those planar magnetic closebacks with the EL84 tubes, if you like headphones at all, and if you have a headphone collection, I didn't buy this for the headphone jack, but this is not a separate headphone amp here. This is coming from the tubes, and I'm telling you, the headphone jack and the sub out, on top of this being such a compact, easy to live with tube amp, I just can't recommend the Black Ice Audio FX10H tube amp highly enough. It's fantastic. So, yeah, my issues have been 100% resolved by Black Ice Audio. Their responsiveness is A+. They answer the phone. I was dealing with the same person, which I really like. Jared's knowledge and his ability to walk me through troubleshooting and their fast turnaround time. Black Ice Audio has totally impressed me with how they treated me and how they handled and resolved my situation. So, again, unless you actually listen to your music at SPL levels in and around 100 dBs, then I see zero reason not to spend $800 on an amp like a tube amp like this. I just don't see the value proposition of the price of a Hagel or a Macintosh or a Musical Fidelity or a Pass Labs or any other manufacturer. If you believe as a manufacturer you have a higher priced amp of any persuasion that sounds better than this on my KEF LS50 Metas or my Zoo Audio DW6 speakers, then by all means, if you're up to the challenge, send that amp to me and I will A/B listen and post my review on this channel with what my ears tell me when I A/B listen in comparison. But I think it's a tough ask. If I'm wrong, I'll eat crow and own up to my mistake if I'm wrong. But from where I sit, my money is on this Black Ice Audio FX10H EL84 tube amp, eating the lunch and how it makes my speakers sound from amps of any persuasion that are 2, 3, 4, 5x the $800 price point of these. So once again, I would like to ask you for your support. If you have enjoyed this, please subscribe, click on the bell notification, click the thumbs up because it certainly helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy my take on speakers, amps, DACs, streamers, headphones, IEMs, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And there is down in the description below a link to my Patreon. The Patreon, you can click on the link and have a look around. I would love to get to know you through my Patreon group. I also want to make you aware that some, but not all, of the links in the descriptions are affiliate links. They don't cost you anything. And when you buy something and it's your zero cost way to support this channel. However, on the affiliate links, I do make a commission for the channel. Thank you again so much for supporting this channel. So this is my updated review of the Black Ice Audio FX10H, now including my very positive experience working with Black Ice Audio through a warranty issue due to a bad EL84 tube. I want to say thank you so much for watching. My goal is to help you reach and enjoy your hi-fi happy place. Please share your thoughts with me in the comments down below. And most definitely, please come back to this channel. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again on the next video. Cheers.